custody desk. Yeah, about an hour ago. Yeah, OK. Catherine Heathcote.
Yes.
You take a seat, please.
Well,
Yeah, would you bring Sasha Heathcote in, please? She's here. You pulled some strings. Chief Constable, no less.
Yeah, and he wanted to know what you're doing, keeping a 15-year-old in the cells overnight.
She was drunk out of her skull and wouldn't give us her name. Maybe this'll scare some sense into her.
Sasha! Sasha! What possessed you? Smashing windows?
Sorry I inconvenienced you.
I'm talking about you. Vandalising shopping malls. I mean, criminal damage. That'll be on your record now. Do you know that?
I know.
Any university
I
that you...
know, I'm such a disappointment.
Look, God, I'm terribly late for a screening now. Take a cab home and get some rest.
Which home? Dad's or your flat?
Dad's. Oh, God, no. He's at the airport already, isn't he? Well, Grand's then. Eh? Go to Grand's, and I'll see you there tonight. You all right? Sasha?
What?
Go to Grand's, won't you?
Hello, Malta, please.
Listen, I need help. My daughter's missing. She took the dog for a walk and she's not come home.
All right, lass, let's keep it calm. How long's she been gone?
More than 4 hours.
What's her name?
Alison Carter. She's 13. I'm Bruce Carter.
I'm in Hawkin. We live at the Manor House in Scardale.
All right, Mrs. Hawking, we'll have someone out there right away.
What was that?
Girl from Scardale, sir. Took her dog for a walk, hasn't come home.
How old is she?
13, sir.
How long's she been missing?
Several hours.
I'll take that. I'll go myself.
Why would you do that, sir?
I don't like the idea of a young girl missing out in the moors. Not with night coming on.
Just a young lass having a snug with a boyfriend.
Nonetheless, I'm going to go myself.
Aye. Just get me coat, then.
No, you don't have to come, Sergeant.
Can't have you getting lost on the moors too, sir. Not with night coming on.
What made you decide to go out personally that first day to Scardale?
I don't really know. Maybe it was the name of the village, Scardale. Like two halves that didn't quite fit together. Scar, Dale.
Were you worried immediately that first evening about Alison?
Yes, I think I was. 13-year-old child. You feel protective. You want to find out what's happened. Hope that nothing bad's happened.
One afternoon, just before Easter in 1963, 13-year-old Alison Carter walked out of her home and simply disappeared. It happened here, in the tiny moorland village of Scardale. The story of Alison's disappearance transfixed the nation and was to become one of the most controversial cases of the era.
Where's the manor house?
It's up there.
Has Alison ever stayed out this long before?
Never.
When was the last time you saw her, Mrs. Hawkin?
She came in off the bus about 3 o'clock. She put a coat on, took the dog and went.
And did she say anything?
Hi, Mum, bye, Mum.
I do hope this isn't all a fuss about nothing.
I hope it is, sir.
You know what I mean. Alison often takes the dog for a walk.
Are you the father?
Yes. Stepfather.
Did you have a usual walk?
Yes, I can take you.
Darling, you should stay here in case she comes back. I'll show them.
Did you take these, Mr. Hawkin?
Yes.
Is this Alison? Would you mind if we borrowed this photograph? Oh, we'll need to make some copies.
Would you like me to do that? I have a darkroom.
Oh, I see. Yes, that'd be very helpful indeed. Swindles? This photo of the missing girl, her name is Alison Carter. I want to make sure that everybody gets a good look at her, okay? Thank you.
It's Miller, sir, and Satan. This is Satan.
Well, the day I could have worked that out for himself, Miller. He went to university, didn't you?
Yes, right. I'm going to interview some witnesses, okay? Better get started. Right.
And what about the dog?
What?
The dog.
Yes, take the dog.
You know, it might need something of Alison's if you want him to track her, that is.
Right, with me.
What do you need?
Anything she's worn recently, you know? Aye, there you are. Hey, say, what's that? Aye, that's it, there you are. Hey, say, what's that? What's that?
Sir, it started snowing.
Alison! Alison!
So you and Alison were on the school bus, Charlie?
Yeah. Mum picked us up at bottom of the hill. It was me, Ali and Janet Crowther. We came back here, we went to our homes and I helped Ma with tea.
Not me, his grandma, Ma Lomas.
Can you think of any reason why Alison might have run away?
No.
No? Does Alison have a boyfriend, Charlie?
No, look. Can I go now? Help him search?
Not yet, no. We just want to ask you a few more questions.
We found Ollie's dog.
Back! Back! I want everybody back! This is a crime scene! Why didn't you keep him back?
I did keep him back. The dog's over there. It's scared stiff, sir. Somebody's tied up its muzzle.
Right. And where does the trail lead from here?
Well, it doesn't. It just stops.
There's a good lad. There we go. There we go. Shh, shh, shh. There's a good lad. Let's get this off. Shh, shh. It's all right. It's all right. There we go. Good lad. Right. I need a knife.
Yeah.
Right. All right, stand back. Where is she? Hey? Where's Alison?
Swindles, what's going on with these phones? Come on, son, I need this one set up as soon as possible. It's for the DI's use only, OK? I don't want to see anybody else using it, OK? Get it out of us.
What the?
D.I. Bennett. There's a chair, sweetheart. What the hell's going on?
We're setting up an incident room for the missing Alison Carter case.
Case? You don't even know there's a crime. Lass's just run off with her boyfriend.
She's vanished into thin air, sir. And we found a dog tied to a tree with its muzzle taped.
Could be another reason. No cause to go squandering resources.
She hasn't got a boyfriend, sir. Not as far as we know. I think she's in serious trouble. And I think we should do everything we can, even if we turn out to be wrong, sir.
Okay, clever clogs, it's all yours.
Thank you, sir.
Crutches.
Never been able to get her face out of my head. But there was something about those eyes. Seemed to look right into you. So vulnerable. I think I decided I wouldn't give up until I found her.
Do you still carry her face?
Sorry, Keith. Call for Catherine.
Tell him she'll call back.
It's George Bennett.
Tell him she'll call back.
Oh, no, I've got to talk to him. Sorry, Keith.
Line 2.
Thanks. George, hi, it's me. Listen, have you managed to get permission for us to film inside the man? Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I can't believe it. First of all, let me thank you very, very much for helping to get Sasha out of the police cells last night.
I'm pulling out of the film. Catherine, you hear me?
Great, then. Cut them off for me, would you? And
Well, you can't. You've signed a release.
The film's not going ahead with me. And without me, you don't have a film.
George, what's going on? Why are you doing this?
Because it'll do more harm than good.
What do you mean? What harm?
Mistakes were made.
What mistakes? George, listen, I think that we ought to... Yeah. Okay. Very good. All right. Bye.
George, okay? He sounded a bit upset when I answered.
Yes, he's absolutely fine.
He's not gone wobbly, has he? Didn't screw us at the last minute.
No. In the end, I can't help wondering if the deepest wounds still remaining from the Alison Carter case lie in the heart of George Bennett.
Yep. Good.
But?
Doesn't have your usual edge. Look, I'm not saying it's a bad film, it's just not a particularly controversial one.
Well, it's not finished.
Is there a problem?
No problem. But I still want to get inside the manor house. You know, we need to see where Alison lived. You know, reconstruct some scenes.
Yeah, the owners live in Canada. They haven't responded to any of our calls.
And I want to try and interview him one more time.
Because?
You know, I just think I could push him a bit harder on one or two things.
You do know we have to deliver this thing by the end of next week.
Yeah, I'm only asking for 3 days.
Yep. Okay, just give me a second. You've got 2. And if you don't get permission to film in the manor, do it somewhere else, okay?
Thanks, Keith.
Okay.
Catherine, what is going on with George?
Oh, just nerves.
Then why were you asking him about mistakes?
Nicola, your priority is to get us into the manor house. Mum, Sasha with you? Yeah? Oh, good. No, I couldn't. Because I'm at work. The Alison Carter case launched George Bennett's career. He was to become Chief Constable of Northern Ireland, Chair of the Bradford Riots Inquiry, and Head of the Bosnian War Crimes Commission. That rare policeman who is trusted by every community, at home and abroad.
He's too embarrassed to come home. So get the message out. What we want is Alison back home safe and sound.
You don't think she's been kidnapped?
You think a kidnapper would hang around a place as isolated as Scardale?
Who's running this case, Detective Chief Inspector?
The I Bennett is. And it's a search, not a case.
What do you think's happened to the girl, Inspector Bennett?
I don't speculate.
Listen to the professor, Don Smart. You might learn something. Right, that's it for now. Back to work, everyone. Tommy?
Found something, sir, in the woods.
It's there, sir.
Stay back, son. Stay back. Those tights. Look. Look.
It's hair.
Oh, what's that, sir?
Where?
Over there.
We found this.
It looks like it's from Allison's duffel coat.
And we also found this. I'm afraid I'm going to have to look at Allison's clothes. I wouldn't worry. Thousands of girls must have times like these.
Did you tell her immediately that you found what you found, or did you hold back for her?
Well, up to that point, I think I still hoped that she'd, just walk back in and say the whole thing had been a mistake. Walk back in and say the whole thing had been a mistake. Mistakes were made.
We're all done in the woods, sir. Did you find anything?
Yeah. I think I might have found somebody who Allison didn't like. I don't know who it is, though. We should find that out.
I know wears a leather jacket like that one. Charlie Lomas.
Who?
Ginger lad.
Oh, yeah. What do you think to this? She's been writing some poetry. I'm walking in the rain, tears are falling, and I feel the pain, wishing you were here by me to end this misery. It's interesting, don't you think, psychologically, I mean?
Come on, sir. Get with it. She didn't write it. Del Shannon did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Should we go and have a look in Charlie's bedroom, sir? See if he writes poetry as well. Hello?
I don't think we should be doing this.
Door was open. Just looking for the lad.
Ruby's hiding in here. Bloody hell. Look at this.
I'll bet these were taken by Hawking.
How did Charlie get hold of them?
I don't know.
And how's he got hold of that? Hello, Charlie.
Wait, wait, wait!
Don't be a fool.
Did you take these photographs, Mr. Hawking?
Yes.
Did you give them to Charlie?
He'd shown an interest in photography.
Not an interest in Alison.
You shouldn't have given them to him.
Nonetheless, photographs are very useful. Do you have many others?
Hundreds. Why?
Well, whoever took Alison may have watched her for days, even weeks. And one of your photographs might have caught someone or something. Very accomplished.
Thank you. I'm proud of my work.
You make films, too?
It's a new purchase. Only one so far.
Of what?
She looked beautiful. She looked old. Older than he is.
Where is that silly film now?
Destroyed, I think. There was a warehouse fire a few months back, along with a lot of stuff from the Alison Carter case. It's a shame.
What's going on?
God. Didn't know you were there. So, what are you after?
I have got a contact number for the owners of the manor house.
We already have a contact number.
Yes, but this one's in the UK, in Morton. Want to know how I got it? I called the Mounties. The Royal Canadian Mounted
Did you try the
Police.
number?
Well, I left a message. It's an answer machine. I'll keep trying.
Good. Well done. Thanks.
So, are you going to tell me what you're looking for?
You know that warehouse fire that destroyed the evidence? Did we check it out? See if there was any suspicion?
Why do you think there's something...
Oh, you know, just so that we're covered.
Okay, well, I'll have a look.
Thanks. Fortunately, some of the film did survive the fire. Just a few seconds of Alison walking. Only a few seconds, but enough to understand why, for George Bennett, finding Alison became more than a duty, but an obsession.
Why is Ali scared of you, Charlie?
She's not. We're best friends.
Look what she did. It's not very friendly, is it?
Ali didn't do that. Why would she?
Maybe she heard about that little shrine in your wardrobe. Did you invite the lads round for a good perv?
No, I love Ali.
Funny thing, isn't it, Charlie? You know, when love goes bad. When you love her, but you can't have her. So you do the next best thing. Make sure nobody else can have her.
I told you.
Or maybe it's an
I'd never asked her.
Over here.
Has that lad got a criminal record?
No, sir.
Anyone else in Scardale?
I don't know, sir.
Yeah, well, if you'd checked, you'd have found that one of the Scardale mob has a record for exposing himself to little girls and worse.
Who's this?
Simon Crowther, the brother of Ruth and Dan Crowther, Alison's uncle. He lives in a hostel in Morton. So stop bullying schoolboys and pulling the knicker sniffer.
There he is.
Shit! Simon Crowther!
Simon didn't.
Oh, but Simon bloody did. Oh, only thing Simon did it was wash.
Hello, Simon. We'd like to talk to you about what you did on Wednesday afternoon in Scardale.
Simon lives in Morton. Water Swallow Lodgings, number 17. Not in Scardale.
Aye, but we know you went there Wednesday.
Simon never. Simon's not allowed.
Who says you're not allowed?
Who said Simon?
Dan. He says I go back there and cut my hands off. Can I have a fag, please?
When did you last see Alison?
Don't know Alison. I know Angela. She makes fringes with a lampshade.
Alison Carter, Simon. Ruth's daughter.
Simon never. Don't know Alison.
She goes to school in Morton. The school bus stops right outside where you work.
Ruth's your sister. You must know she's got a daughter.
Simon never. Simon never. Simon never. Simon never.
You better find out why his family kicked him out of Scardale.
Bennett.
Sir?
You got a confession?
No, sir.
And where you going?
To check out his story, sir.
Where? The bloody library. He's upstairs. Check it with him.
Actually, I don't believe you did this.
Actually, I believe you're wrong. The man who took Alison is sitting upstairs, and you can't get it out of him because you don't know how. Keep Crowther in the cells overnight. Come the morning, I'll work on him. He'll tell me where that little girl is.
You're not coming in. Not after what you did to poor Charlie.
We want to talk to Marlomas.
Well, last I saw, she was out for a walk.
Where?
Same way the Squire went on Wednesday.
Sorry, Wednesday, are you sure?
Why shouldn't I be?
I understand.
Right, you two, out the way.
I want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you.
Just...
Help! Rape!
you get a statement. No, I want to know why Scardale doesn't care about finding Alison.
Of course we care.
Then why didn't Kathy tell me about seeing Hawking in the field on Wednesday afternoon?
Well, I would have told you if you'd asked me.
Why didn't you tell us about Simon?
Well, he didn't do it. Simon wouldn't dare come to Scardale.
Why not? In a missing child case, first 48 hours, they're the most important. After that, the trail goes cold and evidence gets lost, and whatever urge drove that kidnapper to snatch that child, that urge is satisfied. Usually on the poor child's body. After that, well, the child's just a nuisance and a liability. And they're usually killed. Now, it's been 46 hours since Alison went missing, and you are still treating me like the village idiot.
Statement's done, sir.
So are we.
Simon was mixed up from the start. He'd watch the animals at it. Lovers in the fields, folks in their bedrooms. And he'd play with himself.
What did he do to Ruth?
At first, she was just his little sister. And then she grew up. And Simon was obsessed. Made her life a misery.
What happened, Ma?
Dan Crowther caught him in Ruth's bedroom one night, standing over her cock like a broomstick. We had to drag Dan off him or he would have killed him. He'd never come back.
What about Simon Crowther? Do we release him?
No, the police station is the best place for him.
What, even with Culver on the rampage? I say we should release him, otherwise we're going to end up with a false confession on our hands. Look, let me talk to the desk sergeant. He's a pal of mine. Make it known that Simon's not a suspect and he never has been. Yeah. All right? Yeah.
Inspector?
Were you out walking in the field on Wednesday afternoon, Mr. Hawking?
No. No, I was in my darkroom.
Two witnesses say otherwise.
Two of the yokels, you mean? Come on, Inspector. They hardly know one day of the week from another.
I don't think a jury would find that answer very convincing, Mr. Hawking.
Is that a threat?
I just want you to answer my question.
All right. They're lying. Because I took their most beautiful possession from them, and because, despite the money I pour into their land, their houses, they remain a narrow, mean-minded, avaricious bunch of peasants.
Were you walking in the fields on Wednesday afternoon?
No. Anyway, who do you think a jury will find more convincing? Me or a load of farm workers?
Well, round here, most juries are made up of farm workers.
Really? I was working in my darkroom on Wednesday afternoon, as my wife will attest. Come on, darling, let's eat. You can see yourself out, Inspector.
Hi, I found out about the warehouse fire. Yeah, it happened in November of last year. Police suspect arson, but no one was charged.
Was all the photographic evidence burned? Including the negatives?
Apparently. You don't think George Bennett might have had a hand in this?
Of course not.
Do you have doubts about the evidence?
You're sounding like an X-Files nut.
What are you going to do next?
Go north, talk to George.
About what specifically?
About filming in the manor house, of course.
What do I tell Keith?
What I just told you. Bye, Nicola.
Doubts about the evidence? So what do you tell Keith?
Hello, Mum.
So you're planning to stay the night too?
Yeah, is that okay? I thought it might be easier. Where's Sasha?
Gone out.
Got out?
Only to the shops. I hear she's been suspended for a week.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have happened if her father hadn't gone away, but he's the one that's usually there for her, isn't he?
Yeah, right. Thanks. Thing is, I've got to go north tomorrow. I've got to talk to George Bennett.
I still don't know why you're doing it.
Doing what?
This sordid little murder story.
Mum, it's not a little murder story. It's a highly significant case.
It's sordid and ghoulish. And you've always done such good work. The Middle East, Africa, important places.
Hello, darling. Thing is, as you know, Sasha's dad has gone to Germany for a week. So what I'm asking is, could you possibly look after her for a couple of days? Just a couple, honestly.
I'd love to, you know I would. I have my own work, I've got a deadline. And Sasha needs to be with one of her parents.
Don't worry, I'm not exactly thrilled about it either.
Mum, thing is, I've got a problem with this film.
Yeah? Dad says you're losing your edge.
Does he? Well, when your father finds his edge, let me know.
Please. Sir. Sorry, sir, but you need to see this. That Don Smart causing bother again.
Police have arrested a man in connection to missing schoolgirl Alison Carter. Sexual offences. Water Swallow Lodging. Simon Crowther. Shit.
Right. Come on, Sash, time for bed. Make an early start.
I'm just reading George Bennett's file. He's boring.
You don't know anything about him.
This is cool, though.
Let's see.
It's just something he did. A photo.
Oh, I see. He swapped Churchill's head for Stalin's. Up to bed, go on.
Night, Mum.
You found something you don't like, haven't you?
What do you mean?
Maybe you shouldn't go digging.
But I will dig. That's what I do.
Been found on the moors.
Looks like exposure, sir. Simon Crowther. He must have just lay down and died.
This is all my fault, sir. If you want me off the case, I'll understand.
I don't want you off the case, Tommy. Here. Go on. Not gonna give up. Are you? Good. Simon died a miserable and a lonely death, and I'm sorry for that. And I'm sorry for him. But if you told us about him when Alison first went missing, a lot of time and effort would have been spared, and he'd still be alive. Now, we wasted 24 hours.
Which makes it all the more likely we're not going to find Alison until some hiker stumbles on her body months from now.
I'm calling off the search.
What? You can't!
No point keeping on. We've searched that dale from top to bottom.
Not right to the bottom, you haven't.
Alison! How far are we from Scardale?
Not about 2 miles as the crow flies.
Hold on, sir. Sir, we need cavers and potholers and other like-minded lunatics. Dan, yeah, I'll take that up to the village hall for me. Give it to PC Swindles, OK?
Right.
Makes me angry. Makes me want to shout. Simon Crowther, Hawkins Walk on Wednesday, this. Why didn't they mention this first? What if Alison has gone in there, taken a fall and... God forbid. Do they even care?
Her mother does.
George! George! You all right, sir?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Time to tell Mum her baby's not coming home.
The time-hopping action continues tomorrow night at 10 as Catherine fights to save her documentary in place of execution. A surprise from beyond the grave. William's mother just will not rest in peace. William and Mary is next.